I beg your pardon. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there before I get copyrighted and I get in trouble. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I hope you guys are well. I have been away a while, but if you do follow me on Instagram or you've read my community tab, you will know that my phone got stolen and I had the worst week last week, but it's all good. I am back. Thank you for hanging around. I asked you guys on my YouTube channel what you would like to see, because I had these planned to make from a kitchen, and you all voted, majority voted for this decor. So this is my kitchen botanical decor. Absolutely love them. So yeah, I have here a herb garden box frame, and I have over here my rose garden box frame, and I've just noticed a little bit of something has fallen off, but ignore that, we will take care of that afterwards. Yeah, so if you like the look of these, they are so straightforward and simple and just fun actually. It's the first time I got to use my craft room in a long while, so I've just been sitting up there doodling away. If you like the look of these and you'd like to know how I made them, then please keep watching. They could not be any more simple and any more fun. And I've now decided I'm actually going to make a third to go over here, because these things really should come in threes, and I've got some paint ripped off here, so it will cover that nicely. Yeah, let's get into the video. The first thing I'm going to do for these two pieces is to get the centre done. So for the centre, I am using these coasters. I've got these coasters a long while back. I've got a ton of them from Poundland, so that probably doesn't help you right now, but they were 25p in the sale for 4, and I thought, I know I'm going to use those. So I need 2 of those, 1 for each frame, and they are going to go right in the centre of the box frame. So the first thing I need to do for these is make the moss. So if you are new to my channel, I do moss a little bit differently. I use PVA glue, and I pour some in a container and I add the moss and I mulch it all together. So that's just easier for me to be able to apply it to a surface, and that's what we're going to do right now. One moss square done, so I'm going to go ahead and do another moss square, then I'm going to leave them outside to dry because it's nice and sunny today. So while the moss squares are drying, I have actually got roses for one of the squares, which is the rose garden. Now I picked these up from an auction house and I just got a massive box of crafts for £1, but yeah, I got about 500 of these in with that. So these are the little roses. They're tiny miniature paper roses that I'm going to use for the rose garden. And for the other frame, I'm actually going to use some die cuts. Now I picked up these dies from the works. They were actually varying in price. I got these for 4, these for 4, and these for 6. Now I know they're not very herby, but we're just going to pretend that they are. And I'm actually going to use this one here, and probably 2 of these, or 1, 1 and 1, so that there's 3 different herbs inside that second box. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put those through my Sizzix machine and cut those out. So I have got all of my herbs, non-necessarily herbs. I'm not quite sure what the leaf names are for these, but today we're pretending they're herbs. I've got all my herbs cut out. The next thing I really want to do is prepare the frames for when that moss is dry, because that moss really is the last step, the last thing to go in. So I'm just going to go ahead and open these, and then I'm going to use some of this botanical garden paper that I do believe I got from the works. Very similar to this one. They are £1 a pack. I think that's quite a good deal, and I bought them with box frames in mind. Got some gorgeous botanical colours here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 sheet of each into the box frames. Now you don't have to do this step, it's optional, but I just feel like because this is flimsy paper, it really needs to take the weight of the coaster once I put it back in. So I'm just going to go ahead and reinforce the back with a couple of lollipop sticks just to give it that added bit of weight. That the green back ends are in, I really want to go ahead and I want to stamp my words Rose Garden on this one and Herb Garden on the other one. So if you are new to any of this, if you've never done this before, I generally eyeball it. I kind of just see where I want them to go and then I just pick them up and I stamp them down. But yeah, just do whatever works for you really. You also need to be careful because these are quite cheap, so if you turn them around you'll see that some of the letters are not central. The O is not central to the stamp, so you do have to bear that in mind when you're stamping, otherwise you could get them kind of like a little bit mixed up. But again, I don't necessarily want them perfect in a row, wow, you know, symmetrical, evenly placed. I'm happy if they are just roughly central. Plan B, everyone. So despite having a go at stamping before I went onto the actual frame, look at the state of this. I mean, yeah, it couldn't have got any more wonky. However, plan B, I have stamped my heart out on another sheet of paper. I'm now going to replace it on the frame with the green card, but I'm actually going to stick this to a little wooden lollipop stick, so it's going to look a little bit more rustic than I originally thought. But that's all good. Change is good, and it doesn't matter if we make mistakes. With my garden shears, see how that looks on there? Pretty. Then I'm going to cut down the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and do this for all of the words. Yay! I'm actually happy with those. So I just used some basic glue to stick them onto the wood, and I just think they work so much better. So, you know, everything works out in the end. It is time to put them all back together. Now, my moss gardens haven't completely dried because this stuff does take a long time to dry. However, we are going to put it together right now, and I'm just going to put kind of a generous amount of hot glue in the centre of this square where my coaster is going to live. You want to make sure this bit does go on centrally, and I'm quite happy with the way that has been placed in there. Can you see that? Yeah, loving it. Okay, so I just had a play around off camera. I kind of just put 369 and then I added some more in. None of them are actually stuck yet, so what I'm going to do is, because I am happy with that many roses, I'm going to go ahead and glue them in. Garden is ready for its herbs, and I have literally spent about 20 minutes trying to arrange these herbs in the way I like them, and it almost came to the point where I was just going to use one in the middle. But I like the graphic of that, but the other half just came up, and you know, he seems like a nice guy. I've actually had to have a chat to him for the last few days since not having a mobile phone. But yeah, he suggested I bunch them all together in the middle like so, because it is a herb garden and you sometimes do see herbs bunched together like that, and I kind of like that idea. So I'm going to go with that one, thanks Tim, and yeah, just dab some hot glue onto the back of these and just arrange them right in the centre like this. In their frames. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I know for a fact they're going to go so nicely in my kitchen because my kitchen is green. Oh, just love it. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously there's hundreds of different ways you could do this. I just love the simple graphic, I really do. I'm much more of a graphic girl than a fine art girl, but I do love these, and I think they're so easy for anyone to just create something for their own space. But yeah, I am gonna go hang these in the kitchen and clear up my mess. And thank you so much for hanging around and waiting for me to come back. And thank you again for watching. Give me a big fat thumbs up, comment down below and let me know how you've been getting on, because I've missed you all very much. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.